So, kind of took an L today. I wouldn't say I took an L because I didn't lose anything, but I missed out on this stock so far. So far how it's acting today, it definitely looks like I missed out on it. Now, if you guys watch all my other videos, you know the basics of this concept, or like the basic concept behind the setup is a big move up, a pull back to the moving averages. As it's pulling back, the volume is dying out, and then it breaks out on high volume. Looking at this looks great. Looking at the hourly, looks great. Kept putting in higher lows. It didn't really build the tightest range. Didn't consolidate very long. But, like, this thing, the strength of this, I should have taken it. If I saw it gapping up like this, it's totally coming out of the range. Like, if I were to mark... Can I even do that? What the fuck? If I were to mark a line, which apparently I can't. Okay, let's just do it like this. Like, where it was opening up, like, this is totally coming out of this range right here. We can see that on the hourly. It's definitely coming out of the range. I should have bought it on 1 minute opening range highs. So, as soon as this 1 minute candle broke the highs, I should have bought it. Like, well, technically would have been stopped out. I don't know. Either way, 1 minute highs, 5 minute highs. If this didn't work, re-enter on the 5 minute highs right here where it's breaking. Stop at low of day. Regardless, I don't think it did. 124.70, 124.71. No, you wouldn't have been stopped out by just a penny. So 1 minute highs right here would have been my entry. This would have been my risk, and this all would have been my reward. I could be up like fuck you, dude. Like, I don't even want to look at this any longer. But I just want to make this video kind of as like a mental note. I made that tweet earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it like a couple minutes ago. But yeah, a couple of stocks have gotten away from me in the past. AEVA was one where it broke out here on this day. I actually just bought it today. I noticed it was breaking this range when I was coming back from the gym, and I'm like, oh shit, I should definitely get on that. So here it was breaking out. It made the big move up. It pulled back, put in higher lows, lower highs. This thing tightened up a lot, and then it broke out. This one was weird because it was breaking out like really late in the day, but it did end up getting a lot of volume. The volume was totally dying out. Like, this is a perfect setup. This stock has a ton of strength. I don't know. It was almost like too perfect. Like, it kind of just like threw me off. Like, I should have fucking taken it. I absolutely should have taken it. And if we look at market conditions during this period, 5-2. Let's look at 5-2. That was not this day. What? Why won't this let me go over? I don't know why the fuck this is tweaking. Okay, well, 5-2. That's this day right here. The 10 is above the 20. The market is just starting to come out of this pullback. Everything is doing good. So when the 10 is above the 20, that's a good sign. That means the short-term bull market is incoming. And if we look at AEVA on 5-2, that's exactly when this was breaking out. And then I had a second opportunity for this, which I'm such an idiot, this day as well. I put in another thin day right here. Yeah, the volume was a little bit high, but it's an opportunity like, okay, if you got a late entry, or if you didn't buy it here, you can buy it here on a late entry as soon as it's breaking this previous day's candle high. Stop loss goes at the low of the day. So that little bit of risk and all of this reward, which beats me. I would have sold it right here and then got back in again today, which I did get in today, but I did not take it here and I did not take it here, which is ridiculous. If I didn't take it here, I should have taken it here 100%. I don't fucking know, dude. I was not paying attention, and this stock was telling me to buy it, and I just didn't listen to it. So that's kind of the lesson in that. And then RGC is another one. This was kind of like INDO. This one was too thin right here. Like, the volume was nothing. The volume here was 15,000 at $30. Like, that's not that much money at all. 15,000 times 30. 15,000 times 30 is 450K. So I'm looking for stocks with like hundreds of millions of dollar volume. Or not hundreds of millions, but like tens of millions of dollar volume. And this is only at like a couple hundred K. If we look back at INDO, it did the same thing. And this setup was perfect. Like, this thing totally coiled up. It really, really thinned out and made that big move up, pulled back. Like, this is like a very picture-perfect setup. It's kind of weird looking. But then it broke out this day. Volume was good on this day. It was 152.5 thousand at an average of like 32 or so. Still nothing crazy, but then it totally took off. Another day that I could have gotten a late entry on. More volume on this day as well. And I never got in this thing. And if we look at it, has it even closed below the 10? It hasn't even closed below the fucking 10. So you'd still be in it from this day all the way up to here. That's, man, oh man, that's 3,000%. 3,000%. To here, it's actually 2,137. But regardless, that's 210 times your money. If I put 10,000 bucks into this, 10,000 times 210. I should just delete this fucking game or this software because clearly I'm pretty ass. Let's just say I could have easily made a couple mil off this, and it's like so painful to see. And I could have made a couple mil on the SMCI options. You guys remember that run? That I actually had options on, and then I got stopped out, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll just rebuy shares. So I bought only shares here. The thing went up 200% in 30 days. It would have perfectly hit my expiration. Would have been like 5 times deep in the money on my strike. Oh my God, like so many things. Like the timing, you have to be so accurate. And it's painful because you'll see shit like this and be like, what am I doing wrong? Like in reality, what I'm doing wrong is I'm trying to like outsmart the stock. And I'm like, all right, this one needs more time, right? Which, yeah, okay. I could say it needs more time. And like, I would still look at this and say that, honestly. Like, no matter what, I would still look at this and say that if we weren't looking at this candle. Like, this does not look like a setup to me. Like, maybe on the hourly, like, yeah, it kind of does. A little bit more time, like if it would have gapped down, made another higher low. But nope, this stock is just so fucking strong. And then we can see it gaps up here. Good volume on the open. Everything's good. And I didn't take it, and I should have. I really should have. Like, in the last 2 to 3 months, like, I could be up multiple millions, but instead I'm up, like, tens of thousands. And it just fucking sucks. It really does. It's annoying, and like I said, you know, it's not that I'm breaking rules in a sense, but I'm not fully listening to them. If I see a stock that's, like, going up like that, and I see everything working, the market, you know, the 10 was above the 20, everything looks good, why not take it? I did the same thing on QBTS. I bought it here, I bought it here, I bought it here, I bought it here. I kept buying this thing. It was such a great stock, and it wasn't even as strong as some of these other ones. CRWV, retardedly strong. This thing is up 200%, pulls back, builds range, breaks out, continues, wants to go higher, high volume. Oh my God, I should have bought it. RGC, well, RGC actually wasn't on my scans because it was too thin, but someone had mentioned it in my chat, and some of you guys actually did buy this, and this thing is going crazy. And I totally should have bought it. I 100% should have bought this. This is like bigger than the INDO trade, which INDO was one of my biggest trades. This was 2022. I made a lot of money off this because I actually had some money at the time. This one, again, same thing, pulls back, you know, kind of a weird looking thing because it's a little thin, but it breaks out here, goes up 1,700%. In total, it ended up being like 400 something after it pulled back to the 10, but, you know, you're taking profits on the way up. I totally should have taken that, dude, and it's just like, it sucks to see because opportunities like this don't happen every single day. You know, it's not like you're going to run into a couple of these a month. Like, this is relatively rare, and the fact that I missed that is just painful, and I missed AEVA, which this thing went up. It wasn't too crazy. It's up like 150%, which is like relatively normal for a breakout, like a big winner. But it's still just another thing I could have added. And CRWV, who knows where this thing's going to go? It's got great strength. And could I buy it now and just have a late entry? Sure. But the stop's above the ADR. Like, this is a 16% stop. The ADR is 14. I could have bought it back here. I was looking at it, and I'm like, stop's still pretty wide, 5%. Yeah, I should have just bought it off 1-minute highs. I would have had an amazing entry. I would have entered, you know, way down here and been up like 10 times my risk today alone. But, you know, it is what it is. And the only thing that I can do now about this is, like, just move on. There will be more setups. Like, time has proven this stuff does happen over and over and over. I just got to listen to the stocks, and I just can't worry. Like, it's like, realistically, what is the worst case that happens? I take a shot at a stock like RGC, or I take a shot at a stock like CRWV. Let's say I bought RGC, it doesn't work out, and I risked a full percent. I stop out for 1%. Does that even matter? No, it doesn't. Like, if it doesn't stop out for 1% and then you make 2,000%, like, the upside potential is insane. And I've seen a lot of people saying, like, oh, don't listen to this guy. Well, not a lot of people. There's, like, you know, 1 or 2 retards in the thing. They're like, don't listen to this guy because he's just gambling. It's too risky because, or it's too good to be true because there's no downside risk and there's only upside potential. It's like, why do you think I fucking do it? Like, yeah, there's upside potential and there's downside risk. Like, yeah, you lose a couple trades at 1%. You're going to be down a couple percent on your account. It doesn't feel good. But if you think about it, like, it just takes one of these to really grow your account. Should have fucking bought this one. Really should have. It's a very thin stock, but I still could have put, at least like $10,000 in this thing. Maybe like around there. At least a couple $1,000 I could have put into that thing, and 200 times my money, which would be absolutely insane. And then CRWV, another one I missed, which is what it is. You kind of just got to move on from that. But yeah, I guess the lesson of today is just there's always more to learn, 100%. Like, you guys know how far I am into this journey, and I'm still missing stuff like this. It happens sometimes. It's not like too often that I miss the good winners. But this one, it just kind of caught me by surprise. And these stocks that catch you by surprise are the ones that just go. Like RGC, AEVA, CRWV. I'm sure there's maybe a couple others. I don't know if they had like any setup at all. Sound kind of started going. Or no, Serve kind of started going. This one went here, and it's up like 90%. These stocks that catch you by surprise are the ones that tend to make really, really big moves. So I just got to get back into that mode. And, it's kind of been, my mindset's been a little bit off since market conditions the last few months weren't, like, the hottest. Like during this, it's like, do I really want to get aggressive just because the market starts to come up a little bit? Yeah, I should have, because the 10 was above the 20. Everything was good. Like, those were good setups. I totally should have taken them. I shouldn't be as picky. But I know that moving forward, market's obviously proving that there's stocks that are working. The last couple of weeks has been a little bit tricky because we're kind of just going sideways right now. But if we do go into a rally here, I want to be on those stocks. So QBTS, this is the next one I'm watching. I think this has some amazing potential. It's putting in a thin day for now, right along the 10. If this does decide to like gap up tomorrow or just start to break out tomorrow, I'll definitely take this. Worst case, guys, you stop out for a little bit, maybe 0.5% to 1%, depending on what you're risking. But yeah, there's always more to learn, and always listen to the stock. If it's going straight up and it's got great momentum, it's pulling back a little bit, and it's putting in higher lows, and then it gaps up and wants to continue, and there's high volume on the open, listen to the stock. Don't be like me. All right, that's all.